let's get to Liverpool now and their midfield target, Martin Zubimendi, has decided to stay at Real Sociedad. That's despite expectations being that he would leave the Spanish club this summer. We haven't spoken about Liverpool too much in this transfer window because they've effectively only really had one big target that's been mentioned, and that was Zubimendi. Now that's not going to happen. It feels like they're back to square one.
Well, the fact that you mentioned that we haven't really talked about Liverpool, and then we have over the last week when it comes to Zubimendi, screams of a change in philosophy when it comes to Liverpool. They used to do business very, very quietly. The deal would get done and there wouldn't be too much discussion around it. Obviously, last year, the prolonged saga with Caicedo. This year's Zubimendi effectively turning down Liverpool in public. This is not a great look for Liverpool. We've yet to make a signing ahead of this new season. Zubimendi was supposed to be, in my opinion, that Thiago replacement, that deep line playmaker that could dictate tempo and also shield that back four. And they've been looking to revamp this midfield over the last couple of seasons. Obviously, last summer, they brought in a host of midfielders. This year, Zubimendi was their main target, but they failed to get that deal done. And obviously, Sociedad have had to fend off interest from Mikel Moreno and now Zubimendi, and they've been pretty steadfast in the fact that if they don't get what they want, they're gonna keep these players, especially Zubimendi, who's from the Basque region. He's got a lot of loyalty to the club that he's playing at. And so this is a problem for Liverpool, who clearly want a player in that position, but have yet to identify him or yet to sign him. And the season starts this weekend. I know they've got a very strong squad already, but for Liverpool, who have made it clear that they want to play in that number 6 position, this is troubling for not only the club but the fans as well, no?
Yeah. Dan, why has this fallen through? Because he's going from, with all due respect, a side in La Liga that finished 6th last year, unlikely to challenge for the title, and he's turning down a club that got a good chance of challenging for the Premier League.
Yeah, I think I'll disagree to an extent, because I think sometimes you have to have empathy for the club that are involved, because Liverpool had the expectation that Martin Zubimendi wanted to leave Real Sociedad this summer. After very impressive Euros, he came on at halftime for Rodri against England, went on to win the tournament, of course, as well. Zubimendi had this £51 million buyout clause, which in Spain, you need the player to initiate that clause for the club then to get involved and pay it. That's what Liverpool were waiting for. That never came. And I think for Liverpool, this was a player they identified that, yes, from what they're hearing, he is available, and he was a target they thought would reinforce what they already have in midfield. And perhaps, as you mentioned, Thiago or Fabinho type replacement for the way Arne Slot wants to play with that number 6 option. So I think they've probably feel a bit let down in terms of what they were probably hearing from the player side, that maybe Sociedad perhaps really, we understand, have offered Zubimendi a new contract with better terms. Perhaps that has changed his mind. He's been at the club since he was 12 years old as well. So he's changed his mind. I don't think you can necessarily blame Liverpool for that, but they do have other options.